Hello, welcome back to my channel, Divine Libra Wisdom. I am back with an impromptu pick-a-pal reading. I thought that I would do one and just see whatever comes out. So yeah, this was definitely not planned, but I thought I would do it just to see what comes out, especially with it being Valentine's Day. When I'm doing this, it's 8:31 p.m. but yeah, nonetheless, the day has pretty much ended, but I'm pretty sure there's still people who are out and about, or maybe you are in chilling. And yeah, so I thought I would do this. I just felt like just doing something just as a little sweetheart thing. I don't know, what do you want to call it? But yeah, I just thought I would do this and just see what comes out. So yeah, before I get into the piles, moving them and whatnot, and getting into everything, I'm gonna get all of my disclaimers out of the way. But yeah, so yeah, I was kind of unprepared in a way because I didn't expect to do a reading tonight, but whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm chilling right now. So thought I would do it, and hopefully I can get this up tonight on Valentine's Day, but if not, then it's meant to be for the weekend. So either way, you got it. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, thank you so much for tuning in. If you are subscribed to the channel already, or you're not new to the channel, you're returning, thank you so much. I'm so glad that you are rocking with me. Hopefully the videos and the readings are resonating, and yeah, hopefully you get something out of it. As you listen along, make sure you're liking the video. Make sure you share the video with someone who maybe that enjoys tarot and all that good stuff. Share it with them. Leave a comment down in the comment section. Let me know how the video resonated if you feel comfortable sharing. If not, you can just leave a emoji. Leave an emoji or whatever you like. Just as long as you're respectful. You know what I'm saying? I don't do the negative, mean comments. So if I see it, it'll likely be deleted. And if I can block you, you probably will get blocked too. I don't play about that, because you can always go somewhere else. You don't have to, if it's not resonating, if it's not calling to you, then totally fine. You can just keep it moving. You know what I mean? You don't have to stay here. You don't have to listen or tune in. But for those who do, I greatly appreciate that you tune in and listen and everything, and hopefully, like I said, you get something out of it. Okay, make sure that you do subscribe to the channel if you have not done so, so that way when I drop new videos, because sometimes I may drop a new video impromptu. I can't even say that word, but like spontaneously, whatever. Sometimes I may be feeling it, or maybe I need to get in there and do a reading of some sort, or I may get some downloads, and I'm like, I want to share it with the collective. So this is for the collective, of course. You can choose whichever pile you're called to. It doesn't have to be just one. It can be either pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, or it can be all of them. Whatever calls to you. Make sure you're using your discernment. Make sure you're using your own intuition. These readings are not meant to, what is it called? Fortune tell, or not fortune tell, but it's not meant to dictate your life. Basically, you make your own decisions. You are the author of your own story. So, if, this share gets on my nerves. But anyway, if, some of you literally could be feeling like the chair is being pulled from under you, or like something is being pulled from under you. That's weird. I just got that randomly. But that's neither here nor there. All I'm saying is use your discernment. Pick a pile card readings, tarot readings online are not they don't dictate your life, basically. So these are meant for entertainment purposes, but also to confirm what you already know, what you already have intuitively figured out yourself. Okay, these are just meant to be like confirmation, if you will. So yeah, you know, sometimes it'll resonate, sometimes it won't. I don't know why I felt the need to go through all that, but sometimes I feel like I'll see comments on other people's videos with people saying, well, this didn't resonate with me, this doesn't apply to me, blah blah blah. And it's just kind of like, well, like if you're reading, if a reader is reading for an entire collective, every single thing is not going to fit, you know what I mean? So it's just one of those things. Okay. And yeah, if you don't want something for your life, you don't have to accept it. You know what I'm saying? You like I said, you are the author of your own life. Okay. The decks that I'm using, they will be in a description box. When I upload the video, they may not be up there right away, but they will be there. Okay. So if you're curious about whatever decks I'm using, eventually they will be up there. If you do want to book a personal reading with me, you absolutely can. That information and on how to do that will be in the description box below. Yeah. As far as noise is concerned, I'll try to keep it to a minimum. You know, but the AC may kick on. It's a little bit warm now. I know a few videos back I was talking about how cold it was, and also how I was, you know, at home for a while, for like a week, because we had a what do you call it, snowstorm. But anyway, getting all that out the way. Let me take a breath, because I'll be talking so fast. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I was saying. AC may kick on. If it does, I will speak over that. Outside noise, might get some of that as well. My little doggy cousin, if you want to call it that, my cousin's dog, he likes to chill in here when she's away. So, you know, you may hear him grumbling or hear him making a little sound and stuff. If he hears something outside, he will definitely bark. So, so yeah, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, we're going to get into these cards. And like I said, you know, you could, you know, pick a pile, pick all the piles, whatever you're drawn to, whatever, you know, you feel called to, go with your gut. Okay. And I'm going to put this over here. We're going to start with, I'm going to sit this water. Actually, I'll just keep it over here. And I have to adjust really quick this bag on. There we go. Because I can't. This chair irritates me. I have to get me a new chair. But this chair been, Lord, this chair been in my family for like, I don't even know how long. Since I was a teenager, I think. It was my grandmother's chair. Anyway, so that's why, you know, don't really want to get rid of it so quickly. But definitely time for an upgrade. Okay. I'm going to take me a little sip of water. I hope you guys, excuse me, I hope that you all are having a good Valentine's Day. If you celebrate, if you don't celebrate, I understand. If you're, you know, if you're not celebrating, then hopefully you're having a good day anyway. If you're not, you know, attached to anyone, or, you know, in a relationship, such as myself, hopefully you're enjoying it solo and you're loving on yourself and showing love to others in whatever way possible. You know, you could share, you know, show love to your children, you could show love to your family, you could show love to your friends, etc., etc. Your fur babies. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be romantic love. It can be platonic love. So, yeah. Anyway, so pile number 1. We're starting here. And I'm kind of making a note to myself on when I started for pile 1. So I know about the time to put the time stamps. But anyway, so yeah, pile 1. Here you are. We're going to get into your cards. I'm going to go ahead and sit these out. If any, like, you know, channeled messages come out, I will say so. All right. So we're going to go through each card for this particular pile, or for this particular reading. Usually if it's like the weekly check-in readings for Taurus, Cancer, and Libra, I will go column by column. But since we're not doing that, I am going through each card. Okay. So your tarot card that came out is Knight of Swords. Okay. And so with the Knight of Swords, this is like kind of rushing in, action. Yeah, you could, whenever I see this card, this Knight of Swords, it makes me think of like rushing into something. I also feel like, even though Swords is an air sign, this is air sign energy, I feel like there's some fire in there. So some of you, you know, you could have like Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo in your chart. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on one second. Anyway, yeah. But, you know, y'all could you could be like going into something, like going head first into something. And for almost, yeah, I did say it, Leo, almost like that. But anyway, there could be something where you feel like you feel the need to defend your honor or someone else's honor. So it could be a thing of that. It just could be how you're feeling. But yeah, this is like very much like swift action. Like I get the sense, and like I was talking about the chair and stuff like that. For some of you, you could literally feel like the rug was pulled from under you, a chair was pulled from under you, whatever the case may be. And it's something that you feel like you need to, you know, address. I'm not really getting a specific situation with this card, but it's whatever it is for pile number 1s. You all are going into something very quickly, very fast. You know, and this also could be like mentally, you could be thinking about things, you could be thinking strategically about, you know, and calculating how you want to approach something. So it may not even be necessarily that you are in action just yet. It could be that you're thinking, it's like thinking of a master plan. I believe that line of thinking came out in a different reading. I can't remember which one. But pile number 1s, you could be literally like thinking rapidly, like ideas and things are coming in your mind swiftly, and you're just trying to figure it out. Okay, you're trying to figure it out, and you're like, okay, I know exactly what I'm going to do, and you're going to charge ahead, literally, because it's Knight of Swords now on the horse, and they are going right in. And also, I believe it's the 17th when the year of the horse starts, and it's the fire horse too. So also could be very significant. You know, maybe you're waiting until the energy switch is over and we go right into that fire horse energy, year of the horse energy on the 17th. I believe it's the 17th. So you're like, okay, I'm waiting. And once that hits, you're ready. Okay, so now we have the Book of Spells right here. Okay. And this is learn, it says. And on here it has Book of Spirits, Plants and Trees. I want to say love. It looks like Book of Potions and, you know, other books and stuff like that. So you may be doing, let me pull it back some. You may be doing some research when it comes to that. When it comes to whatever decision you're trying to make and all the things that you're thinking about. And if you're not doing that, there could be a need for you to do that. So yeah, maybe take time before you act, you know, on impulse. Take a step back and do some research before you do anything. Okay? So yeah. Easy peasy with that card. Next we have Breaking Barriers. And it says, I am expanding beyond limitations into joy and freedom. That. So even with the fire horse energy, like when we go, and I keep saying fire horse because I believe, I want to say, I can't think of what, I can't remember, but anyway, it's the year of the horse. And you know, there could be this feeling of freedom, because you know, like when you see a horse running, and like I said, the horse is out here. When you see a horse running, they look very wild, they look very free. And so this could, whatever decision it is that you're making or thinking about making, it could make you feel joy and freedom. Like it can make you feel like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders, if that makes sense. So yeah, you know, whatever it is, it's going to be like a catalyst. It's going to be like a catalyst that breaks like something down, like that helps you overcome certain things, if you will. So yeah, this is really, I like this energy. Like it's when I first saw, like, starting with the Knight of Swords, I kind of felt some of you may, especially if you have like fire in your chart, there may be a part of you that may want to act on impulse and act quickly. But with the Knight of Swords, with it being swords, you're going to think about it first. So yeah, that's why I say some of you, whoever is in this pile, you may have fire placements, and that side of you it's almost like you have the angel and the devil on the both sides of your shoulders, kind of thing. And it's kind of like one side is like, do it, or the devil side is like, do it, you know. But the angel side is like, but perhaps maybe we should think about this before we do something. So it's kind of like that. Okay, next card we have, and I don't know if I'm saying this correctly, but in Hidwana, I believe that's how you say that. Put it up a little bit more. It's backwards, but you get the thing. But isn't she beautiful though? Beautiful card. Anyway, so this is the High Priestess. So yeah, and this energy, like male, female, whatever, male, female energy, it can go for anyone regardless of gender. Okay, just like I said, put it where it belongs, because we all, regardless of gender, sexual orientation, we all have masculine and feminine within us. Okay, so yeah, I'm very drawn to like this light coming from her mind, and it's like your mind's eye is very like open. You see, especially with the Knight of Swords out and the air being air, like you can see so much, you know what I'm saying? You see things before they're happening. Like you can see and calculate every single little step that you're making or taking or want to take, and you're thinking about different outcomes, you know what I'm saying, before you make moves. Okay, so I'm really drawn to that. And the High Priestess is someone who's very strategic, very patient and calculating, and knowing what they're gonna do. When I think about the High Priestess, I think of someone who's very, like 10 steps ahead of everyone else, because they know what they're doing. Okay, and it says, I am one with my soul, and my soul is a legacy of love. So yeah, there's something that you could be doing out of love, and it may be tough love. If this is so for instance, if this is a case where you have to be tough on maybe a loved one, maybe your children, because they're acting out or they're doing something they're not supposed to, this could be a way of making a decision like that they may not like, but you're gonna do it anyway, and it's just kind of like, and you're gonna have to be okay with that type thing. Okay. As far as numbers are concerned, you have 22, 7, and 11. Those numbers may be significant. Yeah. And then we have awaiting results here. So yeah, whatever decision you're making, you're kind of waiting for it to, like the outcome to manifest, or you're awaiting results to see what is going to transpire, what is going to happen. Because it's like I see the trees and the roots in here and stuff like that. Like whatever you've done, and you also have, it's funny, you also have these roots over here too. Branches and stuff. So yeah, whatever you've set in motion, whatever seeds you planted, they're coming to fruition, and you're awaiting the results of a decision, of a move that you've made, and you're just kind of like, okay, let's see what happens. And in the meantime, you have play. That's your ending message here. Play. You are like, you good. You're chilling. You're having fun, and you're just awaiting results. You're waiting to see what happens. You're not worried about any negativity. You're just waiting for your, basically your ships to come in. Is the best way I can put a bow on that. All right. But nonetheless, you are in good standing, I feel, especially with the high priestess out here. You know what you're doing. And all, you've done the work. So you already know. You're just like, hey, I'm just sitting back and I'm waiting to see what happens and what comes, what comes out of what I put in motion. Okay. So pile number 1, that was your reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. Hopefully it resonated and you got something out of it. Like the video, like I said, leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know how it resonated, if it did, or if you don't feel like sharing, definitely understand. You can leave an emoji down there. And what I was gonna, share the video out if you think someone might like this, and subscribe to the channel so you know when I drop new videos. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and go to pile number 2, and I will get that deck here in just a second. Just put in my cards back over there. I swear I don't understand why my nose wants to get all stuffy when I get ready to read. Whew. Had to talk. Okay, pile number 2. Sorry, I'm on you. I just started pulling the cards out. Anyway. Ooh. You got one of my favorite deities that came out. I love me some her. Okay. Sorry. I had to do a little stem there. Okay. Let's look at these cards. Pile number 2. All right, so pile number 2. The first, or the tarot card that you have come out, is Temperance. And obviously this is all about balance, duality, harmony. Also, whenever I see this card, it makes me think of like things coming together. It could be, for some of you, excuse me, there could be like something that you've kind of been waiting on for things to kind of come together. Oh my goodness. Sorry, y'all. But yeah, like also it's just I'm also getting like a very very like calming energy. Like I just feel just now I felt the need to kind of just slow down, process certain things. But you all are just, you feel just very, I'm getting like very zen like energy. um you know, like I get, for pile number two, I get the sense of you don't have any, you don't really have like any cares in the world with balance or with temperance. I mean, like everything is just cool, like you straight, like yeah, you just literally like you don't have a care in the world. So this weekend, you all could just be feeling like that, like you are very much in like relaxed mode. You're not trying to do too much. You're just, everything in moderation is what I'm hearing. So yeah, you all are just chilling. And you could be chilling with friends. Like you have the coven card that came out, and this is soul family, number 17. So 17 could be significant. What else? We got 6 and we got 36. So those numbers could be significant for you. With temperance, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, or you could be a Sagittarius or have it in your chart. But yeah, this weekend I get more of a sense, if you do have, because you do have love out here, but I feel like this is more so like companionship and friendship more so. And this is also, and I'm kind of bouncing around, but to me this is also kind of like balance to duality, partnership, friendship, companionship, coming together. Like I said, everything coming together. So yeah, like this weekend, for some of you, you could be with a significant other, but for the majority of you, I feel like in pile number 2, like you're chill, like you're in chill mode, like you're not trying to do too much. You're hanging with friends. You know, February 13th, that was on a Friday. And then that was also like Galentine's Day, when women get together and they celebrate, you know, their friends, their gals or whatever. That's the name Galentine. But yeah, you know, this could be one of those things where you all come together. Maybe you celebrated on Friday, but also maybe you celebrated on today as well, Valentine's Day, and you're just kind of coming together, just chilling with each other and just enjoying each other's company. Because you also have sharing of yourself over here, and it says, I am an incredibly generous being. So yeah, you could be like helping someone out, if it's not, you know, necessarily having anything to do with Valentine's Day or whatever. You could just literally just be lending a hand, stepping in to help someone, sharing of yourself, sharing your knowledge, things that you know, your expertise, that type of thing. You could be doing that this weekend. Get off. Okay. I hate lint and things of that nature. I hate that. It gets on my nerves. Anyway, we have Lakshmi. This is the goddess of abundance. It says, I choose to feel abundant. Wealth is an inside job. That's the card you got right there. I really love Lakshmi. But yeah, and I look at this, like I'm drawn to this heart-centered thing. So yeah, you all may be very like heart-centered, very, you know, wanting to give. And again, you have generous being over here. So part of this is you could be, you know, getting people gifts, especially like your gals. You could have gotten everyone, you know, something just to make them feel good, you know, just to let them know that they are loved, that they are cherished. And the same thing could have been given to you. Like you could have gotten gifts and things of that nature from your friends, just so you can all feel special on today, just so you all can feel, you know, some love. You know what I'm saying? And we sometimes we need that. Like, sometimes we do need to feel appreciated, and sometimes we need to show our appreciation to others. And you know, I mean, you don't have to necessarily it doesn't have to be Valentine's Day or Galentine's Day or whatever, you know, or a special occasion to do so, but it feels good, you know, whenever you're able to. And you know, another thing is, you know, if you are solo, and not with a partner, showing yourself love, you know, can be a great thing. I did that myself today. I got up and did some retail therapy, right? I got some Indian food, which you hear me burping up. Sorry, you know, but I have just been having a ball today, like just loving on myself, even with it being like a rainy, gloomy day outside. Like, I have had a blast. Like, I've had a good time. And, you know, I think whenever you have a good time on purpose, you know, you forget about having a significant other and all that jazz. Like, when you love on yourself, when you kind of like have the attitude, whatever you want, baby girl, baby boy, I will get it for myself. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's one of the best feelings in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to be able to do for yourself, is a good feeling. So yeah, hopefully, it's one of those things. Okay. But again, like I said, it's also a good thing when you do have friends and people who can, you know, pour into you as well, you know, and give you your props and things of that nature. So it could be some things like that. And that is a good segue into this card, love. Yeah, I feel like, again, like with your friends, if you're not with, you know, a significant other, and I feel like pile number 2, some of you may not be with anyone. You could just be, you know, to yourself. But you could just be, you know, giving out love, but you're also receiving that. So it's kind of like a balance, you know, a give and take. Because it also makes me think the way that they're kind of holding hands and kind of pulling back a little bit, it kind of makes me think of like tug of war almost, but it's no war. It's just kind of like a give and pull, like a give and take, you know what I'm saying? And you're receiving as well as giving. Okay, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing to do, like having gratitude, being thankful, but also being gracious and, you know, giving, being generous. You know, that's what you're doing. You have clear the path that comes out here, and I feel like for a small number of you, this could be something where, you know, maybe you need to clear out the past, let things go. I also see kind of like a chain here. It makes me think of like cutting cords, cutting the chains, breaking chains. So yeah, you know, it could be a thing of where, you know, you may need to like do some releasing, and this could be a good day to do that. You know, you could, you know, maybe write a little letter or a little note, burn it, of all the things that you want to get rid of out of your life, and release that, let it go, and, you know, find a way forward, and you know, just kind of see yourself in a better spot, if that's for some of you. Okay. So pile number 2, that was your reading. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully it resonated somehow. If it did, like the video. Make sure you leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know how it resonated, if you feel comfortable sharing. If not, you can leave an emoji down there. And just, you know, let me know that you're rocking with me, okay? Share the video, please. And subscribe to the channel so you know when I drop new videos. And it may be random videos that I drop like this out of nowhere. So yeah. With that being said, I'm going to wrap this up, and we're going to head on to pile number 3 and wrap the whole entire video up so I can get it up tonight. All right. Okay. Woo, I'm on a roll. I feel so energized today. I'm going to take a little bit of water. I don't know, pile number 3, I feel kind of playful. I don't know. With pile number 2, I was very like calm and collected. Let's see, making a little note to myself. Interesting. Yeah, it's not really coming out in the cards, but I feel like some of you, pile number 3, some of you are kind of playful. You're in a playful, I don't know. Oh my God. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know why my nose like wants to get all stuffy when I'm trying to read. It be getting on my nerves. Okay. All right, so pile number 3, you have Queen of Cups that came out. So some of you, I think for the majority of you though, you could be very much in your feelings this weekend. Queen of Cups is very like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like with Queen of Cups, they're very much feeling. This is water signs, so water signs are very much like in tune with themselves, in tune with their emotions. Some of you could be also expressing your emotions as well. If you feel the need to cry, some of you may be doing that. But it doesn't have to be sadness. You know, you could be crying tears of joy. You know what I'm saying? You could just be very, very moved by something. Baby, you're very moved by like a grand gesture of some sort. Especially with it being Valentine's Day. But this represents like emotional maturity, feeling, you know, your intuition, having compassion for others, nurturing something. You could be nurturing others or nurturing yourself, showing love as well. But looking at some of the other cards, I feel like there are some things that you, some of you may be kind of shedding some things. Shedding some ideas and thoughts that you may have had. Maybe that's kind of something that like your subconscious, maybe you know, held so many things there and they're kind of coming bubbling up to the surface. And you're kind of like, nope, I'm gonna release release that. 1, 2, 3, release it. But yeah, let's get into the other cards. Oh, and numbers that you have are 30, 17, and 5. And again, I mentioned water signs. So many people in this collective could be water signs or have it in their chart. So you have number 30, the spell is cast, let go. Some of you may have been drawn to pile number 2. In that pile, we talked a lot of like things came out with shedding and letting things go too in that pile. So, you know, if you were drawn to pile number 2, definitely go check it out. But yeah, I feel like with this card, the spell is cast, let it go. Yeah, again, releasing things, like releasing if something has been bothering you, if something, you know, has been weighing on your subconscious or weighing on you heavily, you're letting it go. You know what I'm saying? You're finally able to kind of release it. I also get the sense of some of you, if you're water signs, you may love sitting by water. And I'm getting like I'm seeing somebody writing, you know, journaling or something, and you may be sitting by water, and that may be something that you do to release as well. You write things out, and then, you know, you may submerge it in water to kind of weigh it down, to water it down, just to release it. So that could be significant for you all. Oh shoot, and I didn't really pay too much attention, but this looks like it looks like a book, but it also looks like something where you could kind of like write in there. It looks like a pen of some sort right here. Is that a pen? No, it looks like a vial. Either way, I see a bowl over here. It's got flowers in there, but like petals. But at the same time, I feel like whatever you're doing, you're kind of like, I feel like you've like written stuff down in this book, and you may be like tearing pages out of a journal or a notebook or something, and you're like releasing it. You know, you're either burning it or you are watering it down. Okay, so then we have being in the flow. And this is, I am in the flow. Wait a minute. I am in the flow of the universe. Yeah. So this weekend, some of you could be traveling too, because whenever I see any type of mode of transportation, it makes me think of traveling. This could be very short distance, but with it being a boat, that could be long distance as well. You could, I mean, we have, I don't know about anywhere else, but I know where I am, we have an extended weekend here. We have Monday off. So yeah, some of you, you know, you could be taking an extended weekend, and it could go into next week. If you are going for like a longer distance, but whatever the case may be, you all are, once you release whatever is going on over here, you're in the flow. You feel a lot better by the end of this weekend. You'll feel a lot better. You'll feel more regulated. More, what am I trying to say? You'll feel better, like more eager to do things. You know what I'm saying? And be able to actually focus on doing things, if that makes sense. Okay. So then we have oh goodness, Vajra Yogini. I hope that's how you say that, and this is backwards, so you probably can't really see that, but it's a cool looking card. I really do love it. But yeah, this says the essence of all Buddhas, and it says, I have the power to make each moment sacred. Everything is material for my liberation. So yeah, with being in the flow, and then the essence of all Buddhas following, I feel like this is, again, feeling like you're at one, like you're at peace, you're one with yourself, you're one with others, like you like you just really have a handle on things, especially with heal next. And this is why I say there was a card in pile number 2. I really feel strongly that some people in pile number 3 were drawn to pile number 2, and they really should go check it out if they haven't, because I'm focused on these breaking the chains breaking. Whatever you released up here it has broken like some chains for you, like it broke some barriers for you. And because yeah, one of the cards in pile number 2, they had a chain still hooked to the wrist, but in this card here, the chains have been broken. So whatever has been like holding you back, whatever has been keeping you kind of like in a melancholy state, that is no more. You are done with that. Like you're over it. 5, and I think did I mention the numbers? I don't know if I did or not, but for pile number 3, your numbers are 30, 17, and 5. Those numbers may be significant, and number 5 is all about change. So whatever, like things that you're releasing, any type of like setbacks or anything, like if you've been trying to talk yourself out of doing something, it could be like a good thing to release for your freedom, if that makes sense. Like whatever, I feel like I get the sense of, for some of you, maybe for a lot of you actually in this pile, there could have been thoughts and ideas that you had that kept you stuck, and you like you're you're fleeing away from that. Like, you're getting away from that type thinking and energy, and you slept on it, and you're kind of like, no, I'm done. I'm done. And it's kind of like, I want to get up and I want to walk away. I want to move away. So, and some of you literally may be moving away from like those ideas and thoughts, but literally physically moving away. Like, you have the boat here and you could be like journeying somewhere, and you're like, yeah, I'm moving towns, I'm moving cities, whatever the case, and you're just kind of like, I'm done. Okay. So hopefully pile number 3, that was your reading. Hopefully this made sense and it resonated somehow. If it did, go ahead and like the video, please, and make sure you leave a comment down in the comment section. Let me know how it resonated, if it did, and if you don't feel comfortable sharing, you can absolutely leave like a cute emoji down there, and just let me know that you're rocking with me. Make sure you share the video with a friend, and make sure you subscribe, so that way, you know, you're up to date and you are aware of when I drop new videos. Okay. So yeah, this was very impromptu, and hopefully you all enjoy my gift to you, because I just wanted to, it was kind of like one of those things like, I'm chilling, why not do a reading and see what comes out for you all. And typically I will do a reading for myself and do the same kind of spread, and just to see what's coming out for myself as well. But I mentioned that because if you do want to, you know, it's more, it can be more catered to you if you book a personal reading. So if you are interested in doing that, like I said in the beginning, you can look down in my description box and see how to do that, and we can go from there. All right. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you in another reading. Bye. And happy Valentine's Day.